Alright, hello everyone, how are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 29th of October on Friday. So happy Friday to everyone. I hope you're having a great Friday. So this is a live stream. So I will screen some charts and see if any good setups right now in the markets. Alright, so let's get started. Oh, by the way, thank you so much for your comments and emails about my health condition. My throat, I still have a bit sore throat, but it's getting much better now. I drank some honey tea, hot honey tea, and I ate some candies for good for throat, and my condition is getting much better now. So thank you for everyone for this, for your comments and also your kind words. So yeah, my voice sound is a bit lower still due to the sore throat, but it's getting much better now. So yeah, it's coming along. I think this is due to the change in season in Dubai. So right now in outside, very cool right now. We can just go outside during the daytime and still walk around. So the temperatures is dropped in Dubai right now, and that may be causing the issue, but yeah, it's coming along. So yeah, let me change the screen and start the session now. Alright, so before starting here, just a quick disclaimer as usual. This content is basically based on my own experience knowledge. So when you take trades, when you make a trade decisions, please do at your risk. And also, since this is a live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Okay, so let's see who's here first. Let me say hi to everyone quickly before starting anything further now. Alright, Amit, good to see you. Albert, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Alright, Tam, Preston, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Right, Yumit, and Hussein, Karan, and Yokobe, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Emo Beast and Master, good to see you. Alright. Arcadis, good to see you too. And Sai, Roge, and Kareem. Yeah, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you. Asif, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you too. Yeah, it's getting much better now. So yesterday, I was totally down. But today, it's much better. So coming along. Yeah, so in this kind of condition, when my health is not really great, I usually stay away from the markets. I screen chart still. I still screen charts because I want to track what's happening in the markets. But most likely, I won't take any trades. So looks like today, Swiss franc pairs are strong. So mainly, I look at the pairs in the Swiss franc and some other pairs. So let me switch to trading view. And the first one that I would like to talk about is Euro Swiss franc. Yeah, Euro Swiss franc broke the previous support level of 1.0657, and now it's going down. And it reached to 1.0601, which is also the previous support. So if you squeeze the chart, if you zoom out all the way, like this way, then the previous support, 1.0657, was a support from the 1st of November last year. And this time, today, the market's going down and reached down to the support level from the 10th of July last year. So now that the market reached to that level, it may bounce, it may retrace back to the Tenkan-sen is my view. So here's the next scenario. Whenever you see markets, you have to draw lines first of all based on the daily chart or the weekly chart, because most likely the market will watch these levels. So the Kumo's down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles in this market but it may retrace because the market is at the support level from the July last year. So with that in mind, so here's the next two scenario. So in this case, I stay away and simply wait for today's candlestick close. And if today's candlestick close becomes below the support level 1.0601, then next week can be continuously downtrend. But if today's close price becomes above the previous support level, then it may retrace back to Tenkan-sen next week. And since this is Friday, it's better to stay away, in my opinion. So that's one. But this is a beautiful downtrend. The Kumo's down, and Kumo's got a thick and long Kumo here. So this is a nice and stable downtrend confirmation. And also Kijun-sen's down. Tenkan-sen is also down too. And Chikou span below the candles. And not only that, Chikou span distance to candles is very wide. That means this is also a sign of continuous downtrend. But based on the price action and lines, since the market is at the previous support level, it may bounce. So we have to hold right now. But since this is downtrend, next week, if the market retraces backwards, then it may be resisted by the Tenkan-sen, and it may continuously go down this way next week. So that's the scenario for Euro Swiss franc. But if you sold this pair at some point today and already set the break-even line, then you can just hold it until the end of today. And if you have enough running pips until the end of today, then you can actually watch. We can hold it over the weekend, and next week you can still be on that trade. But if you cannot set the break-even line today, then I recommend you to exit with some profit or some loss, and then come back this chart next Monday. So every time I decide whether I hold the position over the weekend or not is, first of all, if I have a break-even line or not. But since Kumo's down, Kijun-sen down, I see the continuation of the downtrend right now. So next week could be bearish continuously. So that is Euro Swiss franc. And let's see. The other one that I would like to talk about today is the Swiss franc JPY. So Swiss franc JPY is up, trending right now, and this one I put my analysis on my TradingView account. This is today's analysis. Swiss franc JPY bullish by Ichimoku. So I commented like this one, after 124.57 level breakout, market has been uptrending above the Tenkan-sen. As long as it's above the Tenkan-sen and the trend line, the market will reach to 125.94 level is my analysis. So coming back to the chart, so the market broke the previous resistance level here at 124.59, and now it's going up. But not only that, the market is above the Tenkan-sen, and also Kumo Senko span B is up, and A is up, and Kijun-sen is up. Tenkan-sen is also up, and the Chikou span above the candles. So, and we have to see the candle close for today on this one also, but most likely it will be closed above the resistance level, above the previous resistance level here. So I can still see that the potential uptrend from the end of today and also next week. And 125.94 is the previous resistance level. If you squeeze all the way the chart like this resistance level was from October 2015. The resistance was there. So it may be rejected by that level, and it may go down this way next week. It goes up this way today or next week, and then once the market reaches that level, it may retrace backwards. But this trend line is valid. You can draw the trend line in the daily chart, and as long as market is above the Tenkan-sen or above the trend line, I expect the market breaks that resistance level 125.94 and continuously goes up on this way next week. And so today I see two pairs, Euro Swiss franc and Swiss franc JPY, both trending down or up. And I think these are the good market to look for the buy chance or sell chance until the end of today. And also, in regards to the calendar, the news for today, we have no big news afterwards. So simply, we can trade by the technical analysis. So, yeah, but since today my health condition is not so good yet, I don't take any trades yet. Yeah, because most likely I can't make a right decision, or I might have like a psychological frustration when I lose on this particular trade when I'm feeling unhealthy. So most likely I stay away and come back to chart next Monday. All right, so yeah, let me come back to some comments now. Thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you. I do see many comments, so let me pick some of the comments here now. All right. Alfred says Swiss franc JPY and USD JPY 2 hours ago. All right, USD JPY. Yeah, USD JPY daily chart. This is uptrending. So you see the Kumo's up, Kijun Sen is also up. But market is retracing and ranging now. So if I compare this market to Euro Swiss franc, I will go for Euro Swiss franc because this is continuous downtrend without retracement right now. But the price is at the support level, so it might retrace. But in terms of USD JPY, it's been ranging for the last year, almost 2 weeks. It's been ranging. So today is bullish, but tomorrow will be bearish. So yeah, I think we better stay away from USD JPY and focus on Euro Swiss franc or Swiss franc JPY. But if you're already buying it, then of course you keep holding it and expect the market goes up, breaks the previous resistance level of 114.75 and continuously goes up in this direction. But yeah, hopefully your trade will be going well on this one too. Alright, yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining, everyone. My throat is much better now, so I can talk more now, which is a good thing. Alright, Issa says, hi Kay, I hope you're feeling better now. Yeah, thank you. I'm feeling better now. Is Ichimoku a lagging indicator? Sometimes I think waiting for all 5 lines takes too long. By the time that happens, the price has already started trending. Yeah, that is true. Ichimoku is lagging, and that's why it's reliable. So we have to think about 2 things. You know, one is the reliability of the system, and the other one is the win rate. So if you're using Ichimoku, and if you only trade when there is a trending market, then the opportunities might be less, but the reliability is higher, and most likely you can run profits along the way. But if the system captures the beginning of the trend, let's say if you want to sell here, all the way at the top, or all the way at the bottom you want to buy, then it might go backwards anytime soon. And in that case, the win rate, or you cannot run profit so much, but you will see more chances in a day or in a week in that case. So it's whether you want to have the reliable system with less opportunities, or unreliable system with more opportunities. And Ichimoku is the first one. So especially not only Ichimoku, but also my strategy KTS only asks you to trade in the trending markets in multiple time frames, and that actually gives you much less opportunities. So, but yeah, since Ichimoku is lagging, it's reliable. So it's like both ways. Yeah, before, when I was newbie, I tend to use the signal services, or I tend to use this, fast signal indicators. And I had many trades per day, like 20 trades, 30 trades per day, and I was losing and winning, and I was seeing the stats overall, and it was losing overall, and that's why I decided not to do it anymore and start to use Ichimoku to really identify and follow the trend directions. So I think that's basically the style of the trader. All right, let's see. All right, Hussein says, I did a short on Euro USD. Euro USD is now ranging, so there's no direction. Kumo's flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span getting closer to the candles. So my best advice is to stay away. But with that in mind, if I see the chart, there was a previous support and resistance at 1.1667, and today is bearish, so it might be bearish afterwards. So it might go down this way, bearish. But this bearish downtrend could be very short because it's ranging. And also the market is now on the bullish wave. So it may retrace backwards, but at some point it might be supported and goes up continuously. Or the market might retrace back to the previous support level and then bounces and goes up this way too. So if you're selling right now, then as soon as the market retraces back upwards, you better exit. Or once the market reaches to the previous support level in the daily chart, then that will be a target. But I don't usually trade. Yeah, I don't usually trade in this kind of condition. So it's just for the reference. All right. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so let's see. Person says USD Swiss franc. All right, let me check USD Swiss franc. All right, so this one, the market is at the previous support level. And Kumo is down. The Kumo is bearish, but the Kumo is too short, too young. So the market might be supported at 0.9098 and retrace backwards. So this is not a good time to buy or sell because this is still downtrend. after this head and shoulders, after the neckline breakout, this is bearish. But the price is at the support level and Kumo is too small. So it may bounce and continuously go down trending, or it may go up afterwards like this. But we don't know which way it's going right now. So my best advice is to stay away. All right, good to see you again. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Sai says, hi K, is Euro Swiss franc what you preferred for sell? Was great choice. Now it reached its previous low and retracing now. Yeah, so Euro Swiss franc is now going down and it's at the support level. And if you compare Euro Swiss franc to USD Swiss franc, same daily chart, you see Euro Swiss franc has better setup than USD Swiss franc. Because if you can remember the Kumo shape on USD Swiss franc, it's like this much. But if you watch Euro Swiss franc Kumo, it's like this big. So yes, the market is at the previous support level on these two pairs, but Euro Swiss franc, I can see potential downtrend continuously. But USD Swiss franc, it may be supported and retraces backwards this way, or it might range, it might consolidate, retrace. So yeah, among these two pairs, I will go for Euro Swiss franc to look for the sell chance. All right, yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so this is another early live stream. So because recently my schedule is, a bit unexpected. So that's why whenever I can do the live stream, I will just do it. So you get the announcement, you get the notification, so you know when I do the live. All right, let's see. Yeah, good to see you, Sai. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I recovered now. I'm recovering now. It's not like 100%, but it's coming along. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, good to see you here. Right, Sai says, can you please check on pound Swiss franc? So let's see, pound Swiss franc. It's range. So its range, Kumo's flat and very thin like this, and Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span is too close, so there's no opportunity here. This is in the P wave, so you can draw this a trend line and a descending trend line. And in theory, the P wave breakout happened towards the major direction. So with this in mind, in the daily chart, I will look at the weekly and see if we have a direction on the weekly chart. And let's see, looks like weekly is also ranging, so we don't know which way it breaks. And let's even look at the monthly chart. In the monthly chart, it's ranging too. So simply, even if we see the P wave, and even the market may break, it might soon retrace backwards. So yeah, my best advice in this one is also to stay away. All right, yes, good to see you. Archback says, do you think the stock market open influence Forex pairs? Yes, for sure, it does. When the market volume increases in stock markets or indices, then it affects Forex also. And that's why Japan Open or Asian Open and London Open, New York Open are important. All right, let's see. Miguel says, when you have an established trend but experience a retracement, at what point do you go back to the market? What are good signals, good signs to reversal or continuation for you? When the market retraces while it's trending, then simply I come back to the chart every 2 hours or 3 hours. So I don't stick to chart 24 hours per day, and I don't stick to charts like many hours. So when I wake up in the morning, then I screen charts, and I do so in 2 to 3 minutes. And if I don't see any trends, then I just simply close the charts and come back after lunchtime. Or if I see any trending pairs in the first thing in the morning, then I look it in the lower time frames, middle time frames, either 1 hour chart or 30-minute chart. I start to see charts, and if there is no trend on the middle time frames, then I stay away for the next couple hours. But if I see also the trend confirmation on these middle time frames, then that's only when I go down to 5 or 15-minute time frames to look for an entry chance. But even so, if I don't see any opportunities in lower time frames, then I simply stay away from the market for the next couple of hours. So, and especially when the market retraces, honestly, we don't know how far the market will retrace. So, yeah, I don't usually stick to charts. Simply, I check charts with some intervals in a couple of hours per day and screen charts like that. All right, Sai says, you have been a role model and a great teacher. Thank you for that, Kay. You're welcome, Sai. You're welcome. I hope you learn something new, reconfirm something new on my YouTube channels every day. Because, and I like this live stream style because sometimes if I only talk about myself, or if I only talk myself about the markets, it's only my view. But if there's someone else there, or if there's a chat in the comment on the questions, and by answering to these questions and comments, I can also come up with some important ideas or the way I look at the markets. So yeah, it's better in this way. So yeah, and my wish is to help you become a non-losing trader. As I mentioned here, help you become a non-losing trader is my wish on this live stream or YouTube channel. So hopefully, first, aim for becoming a non-losing trader. So that means, let's say you take trades for a month. You take trades like 10 trades or 20 trades, 30 trades. No matter how many trades you take per monthly or yearly basis, the first line should be at the break even. And then we can talk about how to be more profitable trader. All right, let's see. Victor says, hi Kay, could you please give opinion on Euro AUD? All right, let's see. Euro AUD. Daily looks to be downtrending. The Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, and market retraces back to the Tenkan Sen today. But since Tenkan Sen pointing down, I still see that this is downtrend. So next week could be downtrend, and yeah, we'll see. The previous support level 1.5420 is still valid. So simply I will wait for the breakout of that level and look for the sell chance next week. . All right, let's see. John says, how do you draw your support line and resistance lines in what time frame? So I take weekly time frame or the daily time frame to draw the support line and resistance line and trend lines. But that's only to capture the bigger picture of the market. And I don't take these lines for the entry confirmations. My entry confirmations are always made by the lower time frames. So please don't get it wrong. I do look at the charts in multiple time frames. And I have the time frames to capture which way the market's going and also potentially where the market bounces, which are higher time frames. But when it comes to entries, when it comes to looking for the trading edges, I look at the lower time frames, which are 5 or 15-minute time frames. Roger says, speaking of not being in the market, I suffered the worst trading loss in my career a few days ago. Lost 5.3% of my equity in a single trade. Wow, that's a big drawdown. Power failed before I could place a stop loss order. Wow, that was a bad timing. Yeah, it's a bad timing. When the power went back up 4 hours later, the stock's price already broke through 2 support lines. Lessons learned. Don't trade during a thunderstorm. That's right. And I haven't touched the market since then till I Friday sometime. Backup is always important. So I do see charts by PC by using TradingView, but I trade by mobile. So if you trade by mobile, then you can set the stop loss. But on the PC, it may crash at any time. So you'll be helpless in that case. So I'm not sure if you had a mobile or not, but make sure that your trades are also accessible from mobile in case of any emergencies like that. I've had a friend who actually have the engine, like a generator, a portable generator in the house connected to the PC so that PC doesn't fail. But he does it because he's using the signal services to trade, and that's why he needs to run PC 24 hours. But if not, you can trade still from mobile and manage positions from mobile too. But if there's no mobile, then and if there's a blackout, electricity failure, then it might be helpless. That's a scary moment. So yeah, you have to have a stop loss in electricity too in that case. Yeah, that's a big lesson. Briston says, if I'm thinking correctly, when I draw my lines, I would draw from the open and close of my previous day, right? You better draw the lines on the wicks up and downwards. I hardly draw lines on the close and open. All right. Yeah, Robin, thank you for the comments. Yeah, I'm getting much better now. Yesterday was very, very tough. I wasn't able to speak because my throat was so damaged. I got the sore throat yesterday and the day before. But today it's much better. But I don't take any trades in this kind of unhealthy condition right now. Milot says, Mr. K, how do you consider support resistance lines? Do you use it? Do you see if they break the previous high or low only? Or do you still need to see if they react at least 2 times? If you see the support line, resistance lines on the daily chart or the higher time frames, only 1 bounce is good. But if you draw the lines on the lower time frames like 5, or 15-minute time frames, then you better look for 3 points, 3 dots to be able to draw the lines and also to be able to capture the reliable breakouts on the lower time frames. So like in this case, Euro AUD, if you look at the daily chart, you see 2 supports on these 2 days were supported. But if you look at the 5-minute chart, for example, let's see. If you look at the 5-minute chart and squeeze all the way, like this way, then you see multiple supports. You see that there were 2 supports here, roughly 2 supports. But if you even zoom in on these 2 supports, you see multiple bounces. Like here, you got 1 to 3 candles in the 5-minute chart. And on the next candlestick, you saw, in this case, there were only 2 or just 1 bounce. But sometimes when you draw lines in 5-minute chart, you see 3 bounces, 4 bounces, and these are considered to be reliable breakouts in 5, which you cannot really see in the daily time frame. So daily time frame simply looks like this, and you only see 2 supports or 2 days supports here. All right, let's see. Jefferson says, less opportunity means that you filter are more accurate. That's all the Ichimoku are about. Thanks, Kay. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, technically, you can mix the systems. So, if you found, so let's say if you find the trading opportunities by Ichimoku, then that is more reliable. But if you cannot wait that long, then you might want to use some other strategies that gives you more signals, more opportunities in the market. And you can combine, mix it, and take trades every day. But for myself, since I don't want to be too active in tradings every day, because I want to enjoy my life, I want to enjoy my Dubai life here, I want to talk to my friends, talk to my family. I want to do some opportunities. I want to play violin. So that's why myself, I'm a type of person who doesn't want to see charts every day, or who don't want to see charts all day. And that's why this Ichimoku strategy suits me. So, and that's why I say that it depends on the character of the trader. So, and also, I am a type of a trader who values time efficiency. So, if you screen charts in 2 minutes or 3 minutes and just take trades, and if it goes towards your direction along the way, then that is the most time efficient way. And it becomes possible, and I think that's the most beautiful trade, I would say. That is the most effective trade to run profits in Forex or any tradings, and that's why I build my system like that. So ideally, I want to have less screening time, but more profits in the market, which you cannot do in the regular job. So I think that's the essence of the tradings everywhere. All right, let's see. Archback says, hello Kay, do you only pick a single major pair to trade entry like USD JPY over USD AUD, USD CAD, USD Swiss franc, etc. Since most of them, they are near mirror with each other. I pick up some major pairs, not a single, but some major pairs, and take trades. But one thing I would be careful is, for example, today I see Swiss franc pairs are active. And if you look at the strength chart, then you see that the Swiss franc is strong today. And that's why many Swiss franc pairs are trending. And also right now I see New Zealand. The pink one is New Zealand. And I see New Zealand is very weak today. So most likely we see many of the New Zealand pairs are trending today. But so let's say you trade New Zealand JPY and New Zealand USD to sell today. That's risky because that particular trade is all up to New Zealand's strengths. If New Zealand turns up for some reason, then you will lose 2 trades. And I don't do that. So in terms of risk hedge, if you trade New Zealand JPY, then you better stay away from other New Zealand pairs, is my opinion. Because Forex is all about the power balance of 2 currencies after all. So if one of the currencies is too strong or too weak like this, then we might see many pairs of these will be trending, but you have to be careful. Alright, yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Alright, so I will be ending the live in about 10 minutes. So let me pick some other comments now. Alright, good to see you. Joku says, do technical analysis vary depending on market? For example, stock market, crypto, Forex. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You can apply Ichimoku in any markets because the essence is the same. All right, let's see. Let me come back to some comments. Victor, you're welcome. Right, good to see here. Jalaj says, Sensei, how do you set take profit level? And also, when do you confirm that Ichimoku trend has gone horizontal? So personally, I don't usually set the target. I don't usually set the TP, target price level. I don't usually set that because I will simply exit when the market is no more trending by Ichimoku. I used to set the TP and once the market touches the TP, while Ichimoku is trending up, then the market breaks the TP level and continuously goes up. And if that's the case, I have to come back to charts and I have to take time to look for the next opportunity, which is just not really efficient. And that's why instead of fixing profit at the TP, I decided not to do the TP anymore and just trail the profits. As long as Ichimoku says uptrending, I just trail the profits. And when I see Ichimoku go Kumo and Kijun Sen goes flat, or Chikou span touches with the candles, then I look for an exit time. And I do so because I screen charts 3 to 5 times per day. Especially when I hold positions, for sure I will screen chart 3 times a day at least. Alright, let's see. Tom says, Sensei, you have great commitment of doing live teaching even when you are sick. I don't understand when you take entry on very small 5-minute chart when you hold it in long. I take trades in 5-minute chart just because, let me just turn to trading view because this is too bright. Okay, so I take trades based on the 5-minute chart of 15-minute time frames because so that my risk per trade can be very small. And not only that, it is effective because if you see the market retraces, if you see the market doesn't go towards direction 5, you can see the result very quickly. But let's say you take a sell right now, for example. Let's say you take a sell right now. And let's say in this case, if I only trade by the daily chart, then my stop loss will be above the Tenkan-sen, because market has been below the Tenkan-sen. So once the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, that will be the sign of retracement. So I will put the stop loss above the Tenkan-sen. But here, this is, in pips wise, this is like 90 pips, 92 pips of stop loss. And not only that it's too wide, but also it takes time for the market to reach back to the stop loss because it's wide. But if I have like 15 pips of stop loss or 20 pips of stop loss or even 30 pips stop loss, if the market retraces backwards, then it takes only like maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes. And then I just simply exit. So, and I think that is very time efficient because I don't like to hold the positions with a loss for a long time. Psychologically, it's not really good either. So that's why I use 5 or 15 minute time frames for the entries. But when it comes to following the trend directions, I do so in the daily chart or the forward charts. So my target is based on the daily of 4. My stop loss are based on 5 or 15. And it gives you naturally a better risk-reward ratio every time you take trades. Okay, so yeah, I do see many more comments, but I guess I will be ending the live stream for now because my throat is getting a bit sore, so I will yeah, just end the live. But yeah, since this is Friday, no rush. If you have no positions, then simply stay away and come back to the chart next Monday. So yeah, once again, happy Friday. And I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and weekend. And hope to see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.